Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Cody Jones, and today's movie review, I'm really excited to get into this, man, because I just saw this shit yesterday, and it was fucking dope, believe me. But before we get into that, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification down below so you can be notified of new videos. Hit the fucking like button, man. Let's get some likes up in this bitch. And also be sure to share my videos all around on social media and shit. Share it on fucking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, just share this shit everywhere. Also, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on all of that shit, man. And I'm also on TikTok. And some of those, uh, I have links to some of those in my bio on this channel. Also, there's a link to the podcast, which brings me to this announcement. On August 6th, we are coming back with new episodes, new podcast recordings, but around January, we are taking a break for a bit. January, it will be the last episode for a little bit because of some personal stuff going on with some members in the podcast. Like Michael, he's doing his own thing for a bit. He's got his own life going on. Me, I got my own stuff going on at the moment as well. And Daquan, he's got some stuff in his life that he needs to go through for a bit. So we're not going to be recording for some time. I don't know when we'll come back, but I'll be sure to let you guys know first thing, instantly, just like that, when new episodes come back soon. But honestly, man, let's just get into this movie review, which is gonna be Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So let's get it cracking, shall we? Now, if you have not seen the fucking shit ton of other Marvel movies, sorry, you guys would probably be lost. But I mean, you gotta see Ant-Man and the Wasp to really get an idea into the storyline a bit. I'm not saying you gotta fucking watch every single fucking Marvel movie, but it'd be nice to watch the first Ant-Man and the Wasp movies, to get an idea of their situation. So honestly, man, with Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was really amazing. It was cool, because I was not really all that familiar with the Wasp character. I wasn't very familiar with her, but I was really familiar with Scott Lang. I used to have a comic of Ant-Man, but I don't really remember a whole lot. So it's like my memory with him is a smidge foggy. But when I saw the Ant-Man movie, it was amazing. I fucking loved every bit of it from beginning to end. The storyline was cool. The comedic moments and that shit was hilarious. But the characters were fucking dope, especially with, I think his name was B or some shit. The B or something. I don't know. I mean, I know that his character goes by Darren. But man, this movie, it was fucking amazing. Like, and I already knew who Kang the Conqueror was. I was very familiar with his character in some of the MCU comics and with him popping up in Loki. Like, I knew instantly who he was and just how problematic of a villain he was. It's like this guy, he was something far more worse than fucking Thanos himself. Because with Thanos, he just wants to wipe half of humanity off the earth. But with Kang, he wants to fucking abolish every bit of existence in every multiverse. Just complete genocide in every way. So it's like this motherfucker, he was pretty much fucking Aaron Yeagering this shit, you know, just wipe out existence completely. So honestly, man, his character in the movie was super fucking badass, you know? It's like it really showed how fucking menacing and how much of a major threat he is, you know? It's like Kang, he's a real bad, villainous motherfucker, you know? I mean, he makes Thanos look as if his plan was not all that horrible. And not only that, I'm happy that they brought Darren back, but not the B Darren. They brought him back in a whole different way, which was amazing to how they done it, you know. They brought him back as MODOK, which is an acronym for mechanic organism designed only for killing. I mean, fucking Ant-Man made a joke saying how his name should have been Modok or some shit like that. But I mean, it was funny nonetheless. And honestly, his appearance in it was super badass. I love the way that his fucking helmet comes on and shit, all sinister looking and everything. You know, the way that they made him look was sick. And I remember seeing him in the trailer. It was really fucking cool, and I didn't know who it was at first, but I figured it out like frame by frame, getting an idea of who he is, and I kind of got the idea a little bit after by getting a look at his like giant face on the screen and shit, you know. So it really surprised me that MODOK would even be in this movie, and not only that, we fucking got Bill Murray. You know, that was a pretty cool and yet small cameo for him to do, you know? I mean, it was really neat regardless. But the storyline, it was amazing, you know? I'm not really going to give spoilers into anything, but the storyline was amazing. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. And I'm probably going to rewatch this shit sometime soon again, just for the enjoyment of watching it again. Another thing I want to point out is the combat, the way that Cassie was learning how to fight the same way as Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know, it's like with shrinking, popping, and jumping, shrinking, popping, jumping, you know, it's like the way that they done it and she does it, it's really badass. It's really cool. You know, like a really interesting, like, Jedi training the student kind of thing, you know? And it was really neat. And another thing I want to point out was the way that they made um, the Wasp, or the Wasp's mother, uh, Hank's wife. I don't remember her name. I think her name was Janet or some shit like that. I think it was Janet. But it's like the way that everyone in the quantum realm knew who she was and knew what she'd done and all that. It's like it really created her character very like confusing, because the way that she's so hesitant on like staying there and how she really just wants to get out of the quantum realm and avoid everyone, including Kang. And it's like her guilt was just completely piling up, and the way that everything was building up into like this major problematic moment, it was amazing. And honestly, man, the way that the movie was done, the fighting and the storyline, that shit was sick. I absolutely loved it. The way that they did Kang, very true to the comics, you know, looked exactly like whole fighting, whole evil side, and like the look was so fucking spot on. Like a perfect match into how Kang is supposed to look. You know, it's like from the littlest detail, even the fucking lines on his face, very spot on detailing. You know, they gotten everything with Kang right? And it was phenomenal. It was amazing. It was dope as fuck. I absolutely loved it. And honestly, man, with the way that the movie ended, it was all the more fascinating and yet amazing at the same time, because the way that it made Scott question everything that was going on while still trying to live his life and shit. And then with the post credits with Loki and Owen Wilson's character, I don't remember his name, watching Kang in a whole nother form and all that, it really gave an idea that Kang is everyone and everywhere, you know? So it's like different realms and different storyline changes, you know? It's like one Kang might be dead, but billions of other Kangs are still wandering around and shit, you know? And it really creates an amazing Kang Dynasty buildup, you know? This movie was spectacular. Hence, where I'm going to be leading with the rating of this movie. I fucking loved every bit of it. Every moment, every second, every fight in line, and everything. You know, this shit was sick. And the way that the characters were done were enjoyable to watch. The movie was amazing from beginning to end. The characters were badass. And the villains, fucking Kang and MODOK, they were a really enjoyable, like, villainous duo, despite the fact that they didn't really work together as a team. You know, it's like Kang was more of the solo leader, and MODOK was just the tool, you know. And it really made it interesting how, well, I'm not really going to spoil anything, but the movie was phenomenally done nonetheless. The characters were awesome. The storyline was great. I enjoyed it, and I love the way that the movie was written. And honestly, man, I'm excited for hopefully more Ant-Man movies and maybe even more Kang. You know, it's like I'm disappointed with what's going on with Jonathan Majors, the guy that played Kang. It's like I'm disappointed in that, but I'm hoping that Disney and Marvel keeps him, you know? It's like this guy, he is one actor that is like perfecting the way that Kang was supposed to be. And I don't even know who they would have if they remove him, or if they even should continue with Kang Dynasty. But regardless, man, I'm excited. I loved it. And but I would rate Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, I would give it a 8.5. I mean, there were some moments in it that they were pretty good, you know? It's like it felt not short, but there could have been more Kang moments. There could have been more fighting with Kang than there was in the movie. Like, I kind of wish that the fight between Ant-Man and Kang were a little bit longer, but it was amazing nonetheless. And honestly, man, I'm really interested to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've seen this movie, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.